are listening to Fountain of Thought with your host, Dennis Fountain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America. Today's special guest star, Sonny Rain.
This show contains adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, everyone, welcome to Fountain of Thought. Thanks for tuning in and listening. As a reminder, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. Tweet us at TalkFOT or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. Sonny, how are you?
You're an asshole.
Sonny, how are you?
You're an asshole. I'm trying to get geared up right now because today's topic I know is going to get me nowhere because you are so thick.
No, you're the stupid one.
No, you're the stupid one.
No, you're the stupid one.
That was stupid.
All right. Why am I stupid? Oh, never mind. No.
That's a show for another day.
All right. Let's go right into Talk FOT Rewind. Last episode, we talked about the Super Bowl and about the wonderful job that the Patriots have done. I got to add a couple of things. One of them that I thought was really humorous, that it's not really a stat, I guess, but if you hadn't really thought about it, you really wouldn't know. But the Patriots led the Super Bowl for exactly 0 seconds and still won it.
That's amazing, huh?
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah, because as soon as the touchdown happened, the game's over.
Yeah, that's it. It's done. Yeah, because OT, so it's done. So, yeah.
So add that one to the record books.
Add that to the record books.
First team to win a Super Bowl without ever leading the game.
Yes. And lastly, the parade happened. Big time in Boston.
Could you believe all those people in that weather?
Yeah.
Oh, that is some
devotion.
Devoted fans.
Devotion. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stand out there and freeze my ass off.
Nah. So they had a grandstand this time, and some players got up and spoke and everything. It was well attended. It reminded me of the World Series when the Red Sox came back after that devastating loss that we didn't think they'd come back, and to win.
Oh, against the Yankees.
Yeah, to win.
That was a storybook season too.
So they're getting off the plane. They're going to the parade, and Matt Patricia comes out of the plane, and what's on his T-shirt? A picture of Roger Goodell with a clown nose. Love it.
Yeah, love it.
Love it.
If you don't know who he is, he's the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots.
They know who he is. After now, everyone knows who he is.
After they see that picture,
yeah.
Roger definitely going to know.
No.
Did we ever mention what an asshole Roger Goodell is?
We may have. I think it's possible that we did. Yeah, we probably did. Yeah, maybe.
I just wanted to make sure. That's all.
Okay.
Because it needs to be said.
Oh well, why don't you say it just in case?
Roger Goodell is an asshole.
Okay, good.
So let me hear about your fine topic today.
Today's topic is going to be reality television, which you hate.
Boo!
I don't know why you hate it so much, but reality television basically was started, did you know, way back in the 40s and 50s? It's been around for a long time.
Okay, well, we're going to redefine this, okay? I don't hate all. There's certain types of reality TV that I'll watch.
Well, I think you have two basic types of, in my opinion, reality television. One is reality television that's morphed into some type of game show. Okay? It's some type of game show. And the other one is where it's like a social commentary on society, where you have, the women of San Diego and the housewives of Atlanta and all of that crap.
All right. Well, the ones I specifically cannot stand is Big Brother's House and Survivor, The Amazing Race, that type of reality television.
The ones that won Emmys.
Yeah. But
the good ones.
I'm going to explain why, okay? Because when the very first season of Survivor came out, that was fantastic. And the reason it was fantastic was because the people who were participating had no idea what to expect on the aftermath of the show. All they knew was they were going to an island and they were going to compete for $1 million. So they acted themselves. They were true to their own character. You had that Richard Hatch walking around naked on his birthday, and they just whatever they felt as a human being, they were reacting as they would in regular life. So it was really good. Now, when they got home, the second season had already started filming in Australia. I believe it was Australia.
It might have been, yeah, I think so.
Okay, that one was okay too, because while those people were already out there, they didn't get to see the aftermath of the first season. So they, again, were true to themselves. But by the time you got to the third one, which I think was Africa, people finally realized the contestants going in was, it's not so much important to win the $1 million, but to go in there and put an audition on to be an actor. So that you can come out of this with endorsements or a movie role or such and such. Like the first girl from the first season, she ended up in an Adam Sandler movie. And then you're watching them, and they're not being themselves. I'd be willing to bet that half those people, the way they're acting on the show is not the way they act in normal life.
Okay. So my response is, you're wrong.
I am not wrong.
You're wrong.
Nope.
You're wrong, and I'm right.
Nope. Not this time.
Yes, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong. So there. Listen. Oh, here. I got something for you that you're gonna like.
Puppy monkey baby. 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 Puppy monkey baby.
Now that is a commercial for a Super Bowl. That was in last year's Super Bowl commercial. You remember that one?
No.
Oh, I loved it. My
No.
kids hate that song. But...
Okay, why am I wrong?
Okay, you can like or dislike a show, and I think that's what your opinion is. You dislike Survivor for that reason, but you don't dislike reality television. You just happen to dislike Survivor.
No, not
That's
just Survivor. Big Brother was the same thing.
Okay, well, it's the same principle. So that type of show is the same show. So you dislike it because of you think that the people are phony, and it's not really reality.
They weren't phonies on the first season.
I get it. I
But
get it.
later on, it's more of a performance to worry about what they're going to get after the show's over.
Yeah.
And you can't disagree with that. You know that's what they're doing.
Well, I disagree with some of your analogy.
Well,
And because of the fact that, yeah, some of them, like Johnny Rotten, said that his grandmother died and put on this persona as he's this badass, whatever. He'll do anything. That was a persona that he put on. I don't mind it. If it's still reality television, it's part of that's his game plan or their game plan of winning. And I don't have a problem with that. If they put on this persona for whatever reason to win Survivor, that's what it takes. They all go in, and especially like cops, they get cops all the time and they lie. They never tell them they're cops. Or people who have, they're lawyers, or if they have a rich, wealthy lifestyle, they don't share that with anyone because they feel they're going to be discriminated against. So that part of it is, I don't call it fake or phony. It's just a persona that they put on to help them win the game. I think that's part of the game. It's who you can be, whatever it takes, because it's outwit, outlast, and outplay. So they're outwitting them by not being who they truly are. Sometimes. So I don't have a problem with you saying you don't like Survivor after season 3 because of those reasons, or you don't like Big Brother because of the same reasons, because those shows have caught on and they know what to expect, what not to expect. You have a right to like or dislike anything. But I don't think, because you just have this bad feeling of reality television, and I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of good reality television that's out there.
Well, like I said, I'm not saying all of it. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy that. Who's that fishing guy that goes all over the rivers, and I can never remember his name.
Fishing guy.
Yeah, he's a fisherman, and he goes all over the place. River Monsters.
Oh.
Okay, and it's just to show him trying to, he'll go to different parts of the world, and they'll claim they've seen this unusual fish, and he'll spend the episode trying to catch one to prove whether it's real or it's not real. Things like that I liked. I used to like the one, the alligator guy there.
Oh, yeah. Irwin.
Yeah, things like that type of reality television I had no problem with. I just find these shows like Survivor, and they're just goofy and a waste of my time.
So is the game show aspect you don't
What
like?
do you mean by game show? That's not a game show to me.
It's a game show.
Yeah, but an actual game show is reality television.
Well, all game shows are reality television.
Right.
But that's Survivor is a game show.
I suppose. Because
What do you mean, no? It's a game show. It's a reality game show.
But it's so soap opera-y.
Well, that's because they want you to get all hooped up into it. It's still a game show. And that's what whether you like it or not, when you compete to win a prize, it's a game show. And they're all that way. And I don't know. I Survivor, listen, it's been on for, 15 years? How long is that? It's been on forever. It's getting to the point where it's tired now, and you know what to expect. I still tune in and I watch it. I can appreciate it.
It's, I want to say 92, 93 it started. Because I remember there was one...
No, it can't be that.
Well, has to be going that far back, because I remember when Dallas played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, they premiered one of the episodes right after that, and that was a long time ago.
I said it was about 15 years. Survivor premiered in May of 2000, May 31st of 2000. Going on 17 years old.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I was gauging. It's when I was living in Chicopee, so that seems so long ago.
Well, that was so long ago. My point is that it's been on for 17 years. I mean, come on. I mean, what's new and exciting about it? Nothing. I still think it's entertaining. And what I like about most reality TV shows, well, first of all, I don't like I said, the social ones. I don't like, MTV Crib and the Housewives of Atlanta and all of those. I don't like those. I just don't think those are entertaining. Just like you don't like Survivor and those, you don't think those are entertaining. I'm not ditzing.
I don't like those ones you just said either.
You don't like those either. All right, I'm not ditzing all of reality television, and I think reality television is a bit of a cop out because it's. Listen, those that produce it are going to argue with me and say it's a different, but they're very easy to produce and it's unscripted, so it takes a lot less effort from the networks to produce a reality TV show. To me, it's like boob tube stuff, old boob tube. It's just. I don't have to worry about it. And we've talked about television before, about when they do layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, this new stuff where it's just so intricate, and you tune in each week and you go, wait a minute, what's going on here? Where was this? It's too confusing. And I think reality television is so, I don't want to use the word cheesy, but...
So what you're trying to say is if you want to sit down some night because you're tired and you want to
dumb
it down.
Yeah, exactly.
And you put a show on like
exactly.
that. Okay.
And it's entertaining, and I don't got to think about it. And I can root for a team. I like that. I like rooting for somebody. I love, and you see things have morphed, like MTV's morphed incredibly so. I mean, they used to actually show music videos on MTV.
Don't even get me going on that.
And now it's basically just reality television is all they do on MTV. It's not anything that it should be. But I lost my train of thought.
Chugga, 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 chugga. Don't worry, it was probably bullshit anyway.
I know.
What about wrestling?
But
would you consider that
reality television
or scripted entertainment?
Well, it's partially scripted, so. But yeah, I put that under reality television. That comes into my. Yeah, I would say that's reality television.
I've always enjoyed that.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate wrestling.
Really?
Oh,
growing up?
I hate wrestling.
Oh, especially when they integrated it with MTV back in the...
No.
Oh, that was wonderful.
No. I was never a fan. No. But, I mean, if you go back, like I said, it started in the 40s and 50s. You go back to things like Candid Camera and all of those. That's reality television. I mean, for what's considered reality television, that's it.
But that's a different style of reality television. Now,
it
like
is,
it because you're going up to people who aren't expecting it.
Yeah,
and you're either saying something or doing something, or catching them doing something. That is entertaining because again, it's not something you prepared for. It just happens.
No, I don't. Yeah, but I don't have a problem if they prepare. I don't see why do you have this big problem if they prepare for it. I don't get it.
I don't know. Just don't like it.
All right. What about somebody that goes on Jeopardy and they do all kinds of research to prepare for that show? Is that not the same?
No, Jeopardy is. That's another one. It's not a true game show to me. It's all scripted. They get the
Jeopardy is not a true game show to you.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant it's not like Price is Right or Let's Make a Deal. You're just taking ordinary people out of the audience and they come up and they do games and stuff. That's not scripted. But to me, they research and get the right contestants on there. They have to make sure you...
Well, you apply for it and you got to fill out an application. But
right,
you kind of do that.
You're not going to see some dumbass walk into Jeopardy. And
well, because some dumbass isn't going to apply for Jeopardy.
But my point is you're not going to, when you watch Price is Right, you don't know what kind of goofball is going to come out of that audience.
That's true.
And there's two different styles of
game shows.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I prefer the stuff like Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. That type of game show I enjoy.
Okay. But I just don't get why you continually knock reality television.
Well, first and foremost, because you like it.
I like I guess my favorite reality television is the game show reality television. I really do. I like those. I think they're entertaining and I like them. And
I know when my hatred really started for it is when they made that stupid show Gilligan's Island one and made a mockery out of a great television show.
Oh, I do remember that.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, I remember that show. Yeah, that didn't last long. Nobody liked it. It was... well, you look at all the ones. I mean, there's so many ones. All right, right now, and I don't know whether I love it or I hate it. There's this new reality TV show called Hunted. Have you seen that?
I've only seen the previews for it.
Okay. So for those of you out there that haven't, the premise is that you're on the run. You have 28 days to not get caught, to stay in hiding, and there's a team of professionals hunting you down.
So basically, it's a show to teach people how to get away with shit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Just in this day and age, that's just the kind of information we need floating around on the airwaves.
And it's like CIA operatives, FBI operatives, Secret Service, bounty hunters. They're legitimate, real professionals that have retired or are doing this, on a side. So it's not like Joe Schmo on the street. And they're using the techniques that law enforcement would use. And what happens is anytime within a 2-week, I think it's a 2-week or a week, I think it was a 2-week period, they will come up to you and tap you on the shoulder and say, you're being hunted. And then you have 1 hour to do whatever you want before they start tracking you. So then these people go out and they try to get lost and not caught.
But it's something you have to audition for and be selected. They're not going to just walk up to somebody on the street and say you're hunted.
Well, yeah, you apply to the show.
Okay,
I don't know where these people apply for all these shows.
That's the style that I don't like. I just don't like it. It's decided ahead of time who they're going to put. It's not just something random.
Because you want to make it interesting. You don't want
to me, it would be more interesting seeing just normal average Joes.
Well, they are normal average Joes. They are normal average Joes.
Nah.
And so what I think is interesting about the show is looking at how you talk about normal average. This is their normal average, and I'll show you why. Because they're fucking stupid. See how they use that word F word that I use it very infrequently?
Infrequently.
Yeah, infrequently.
And it was you put a lot into it.
I did.
I liked it.
Yeah. So this
a lot of emphasis on the uck.
Yuck. Yeah. They give you $500 and they give you a debit card. Okay, and you can take up to $100 out 5 times. Okay, but that's all the money you're getting in this 28 days. So they've all kind of figured out that we'll take it out once, all at once. They sit there at the ATM and they take out 100 and 100 and 100. So they get their $500 all at once. First off, every single one of them has gone up to the ATM themselves. Why is that stupid? Well, because they put on these disguises and then they walk up to the ATM in this disguise. Moron. Now they know what you're wearing, what you look like.
But can I just interject something here? They're being followed by camera crews, for Christ's sakes. They know where they are at all times.
They're not cheating. They're not cheating.
But it doesn't matter.
They're not cheating. There is a one guy. It's like cops. There's one guy with a camera, one of those awards, that camera that floating camera there. Yeah. All right. So they're running around where the one guy's following them.
So the one guy following them is lost with them. Is what you're trying to say.
Oh, he's following them. Yeah, he's not reporting in.
He's not in contact with anybody.
No, he's not in cahoots with anyone. No, he's not in cahoots with anybody.
Oh, God, you believe this.
So, yeah, why not?
Oh, jeez.
You know what? I don't have to. Because let me finish. This is how stupid they are. So there's this young couple, and this guy is some basketball player, and he's like 6'8". All All right. So he clearly sticks out, and his girlfriend is like 6'4", and she's a model. So they clearly stick out. They're noticeable. You would notice them if you saw them. And what's happening is they put on this stupid-ass disguise that looks horrible, but they did it to disguise themselves. I don't care. If you're 6'8", you can't put on a disguise and not be noticed. But these morons, they go to the bus station because they're going to take a bus. And in the bus station is an ATM machine. They take money out of the ATM machine, which shows their location, where they are, shows their picture, what they look like, and they buy a bus ticket. And I'm thinking, there is no way that anyone is that stupid. This is a ploy. And, they edit it for the best results. And they're showing them buy this ticket. And I go, what's happening is they're buying this ticket for one location, and they're going in the exact opposite direction just to throw these people off. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, is that stupid.
All right, so here we go.
Guess what? They're that stupid.
Well, okay, here we go. You got an hour, right?
Well, the show's an hour, yeah.
No, I mean, you've got an hour.
Oh, you've got an hour to go somewhere,
okay,
yeah.
But you apply for this show, to be honest. You know,
well, yeah,
you know that you're going to
You know they're coming.
Okay, so they tapped you on the shoulder and said, you got an hour.
Yeah.
Before you get to that point, after you've already been selected for the show, you go build yourself a little bomb shelter, something disguised somewhere, and you just go there and you have it all stocked for 28 days, and you just go and you shut the door and you never leave.
Well, I don't know what the exact rules are of that, whether they could do that or not. But some people have done. They've made preparations. They've got a list and all things to do. And one of the things that I thought was interesting is, all right, again, stupidity of people. This one couple. The desk calendars, those big calendars that sit on your desk with
you can write notes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they wrote their whole entire plan, where they're going, who they're staying with, everything on this desk calendar, ripped off the whole month, put it in their pocket, and left. Well, the morons didn't realize that when you write something down on paper, it comes through underneath.
Yeah, wormies.
Yeah, so they took a pencil and they highlighted the stuff they wrote, so now they know where they're going and they're tracking them. I mean, this is how stupid people are. But they had time to prepare for that. So they had this time period to get ready and prepare for this. So there is that opportunity, and to map out a plan to get people in line. This other couple, and it doesn't have to be a husband and wife. When I say couple, it could be it's just two people. They could be best friends or lovers or whatever. This other couple decided, and this was kind of ingenious on their part, they're going to set up a brand new Gmail account, all right, that no one knows about. Initiate a brand new account, and they're going to contact all their friends in that way through the Gmail account. And what they're going to do is they're going to have them make drafts. So what happens is on your email account, when you make a draft and it sits in your draft folder, it doesn't go anywhere. So no one can trace it. So you can't trace it to any email, to any IP address. You can't trace it because it just sits in that account. So that's a brilliant idea on their part. Here's where they messed up. They sent letters to all their family and friends telling them the access code, how to get in, and what to do. And they mailed out, 20 letters, put them in the mail, boom. And so they figured this is how they're going to keep in contact with everyone. And the network starts, and they go, oh my God, it's working. So-and-so logged in. We got this. They got all the information. Here's something I did not know when you talked earlier about that they're teaching people what to do. I suppose in the grand scheme of things, if I thought about it, I would say, yeah, but they tracked the Postal Service. I didn't know that. I did not know that the government tracked the Postal Service. And they were tracking the Postal Service, and they came across all of these letters that they sent. And it matched their handwriting, so they knew. So they immediately knew who all... Yeah, is right. They immediately knew who all their contacts were. But did you know that they tracked mail?
No, that's news to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, the people in power that are hunting them use all of the resources that a normal law enforcement agency would use. So they went in and they opened all their mail. They actually go into their house. They tear apart their house looking for clues. They take their laptops. They take everything. All this stuff that's deleted really isn't deleted because it's there forever unless you really know properly how to delete something like Hillary Clinton, then you can get rid of it.
Since 9/11 and the whole Home Security Act and stuff, they do whatever they want to do.
Well, yeah, but what I'm getting at is that stuff I know that if I can get away with it. I know how to properly erase something off of my computer because you have to rewrite it. When you delete something, it's really not deleted. It's still hidden there. You just can't retrieve it. But anyways, I didn't know the Postal Service. I kind of thought about it. I said, all right, well, maybe it's monitored, but I thought that would be too much of a large thing to monitor the Postal Service. But it happens. It just amazes me the technology that they can do to catch these people. Here's another one. Two young guys, very good looking, college age. They decide all they're going to do, they're not going to use their phones, they're not going to use anything. They're strictly going off grid, and they're going to go from, let's say, hotspot to hotspot, beach to beach, around, keep moving around, and they're going to ask young ladies if they can spend the night in their house. Okay, but because they're good looking and they're charismatic, the women are saying, "Yeah, fine, come stay with me." Well, they can't track these guys anywhere. They can't find them because, like they said, in order to win this game, you got to give up everything electronics. If it plugs in, forget it. You can track. They can track you. They can track your cell phone. They can track your camera, because cameras nowadays have GPS locations in them. They can track everything. Your car, everything. If it plugs in, forget it. So these guys are smart enough not to do this. But here's where they mess up. Because they are huge social media guys. They're all over with Tinder and everything. They break into their Tinder account. They post pictures of them, and it says, if you see me, contact us at this number. There's a reward for information leading to their capture. All right? So now they're all over Tinder. And sure enough, somebody sees them on Tinder and turns them in for a cash prize. So what I'm kind of saying is that I'm not sure whether I like the show or not. I think it's kind of interesting. It's a different kind of reality show. I think I could clearly win at this show because I'm not a moron like these people. But
the arrogance.
It's
of it
true.
all.
I could. Well, come on. No, all right. Honestly, you and me, do you think we could survive 28 days without being caught?
Oh, us together, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody knows I'm the mastermind.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we are smart enough to figure out how to do this. And they're giving the range where they can find these people is 100,000 miles. You got a pretty big place to go and hide. And it's basically, I think it starts in Atlanta. And they're familiar with the area. I mean, if you uprooted me and sent me to Atlanta, I would have a more difficult time of it. But if you're going to tell me here in my home turf that I got to go somewhere and not be found for 28 days, I can get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But all right. I like that show. I think I like that show. It's new and it's different, and I'm learning things here and there. Like I said, the postal thing I'm learning. I like, in a generalization, I like reality television, but game show reality television.
That one, it sounds interesting, but it's going to grow old very fast because you're only going to want to see it a few times, and it's going to get boring.
Well, maybe you thought that Survivor would do the same thing. I mean, they basically do the same things over and over again, year after year, and it's been 17 years.
Watch it.
But it's been 17 years, and they're still watching it. It's still one of CBS's best performing shows. I mean, Amazing Race. I like Amazing Race better. I think The Amazing Race is a much better show. I like that a lot better. And that show is still doing phenomenal. It won all kind of Emmys. It's doing a great job. I like that show. I like all the cooking shows, which technically are reality game shows. I like all those.
I did like Fear Factor.
Oh, Fear Factor, because they make you eat stuff.
Oh, that would turn my stomach a lot of times, but that was interesting.
Have you seen Joe Rogan lately? He's awful. He put on all this. Well, I should talk about putting on weight, but he put on all this weight and he's got this big fat face. He's gone totally downhill. He's not looking good these days. But
I don't know. I didn't notice. I'm too busy looking at my own fat face in the mirror.
But no, I liked Fear Factor. That was one I liked. I mean, but you knew that was another thing. I don't know why you liked that one, because what irked me about that is all these people, oh, I'm scared to go on that tight wire. Oh, I'm scared. Listen, you're in a freaking harness. They're not going to kill you. They've taken all these safety precautions. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Well, I didn't say I was an avid viewer. I just said I liked that I would tune in for a few minutes if they were going to have to eat something disgusting. Yeah. Or, I don't know. It piqued my interest for a short period of time. But first of all, I don't watch TV. I watch everything. Everything I watch is going to be on DVD.
You watch TV, but you wait until after. You don't watch it when it's coming out on television. You wait till it's streaming or it's DVD or Blu-ray or whatever.
Because I don't have the time to. I don't have not the time. I got the time. I don't have the schedule to be able to commit to a certain particular show at a certain particular time. So, and the little time that I do have, I'm not going to waste it watching reality television. It's not my bag, baby.
I guess if you look at it, they say there's subgenres, and the subgenre is romance, crime, reality drama, competition or game show, and talent. Those are the kind of reality televisions. Let's look at AGT.
There's another one. What's the first singing one there?
Oh, American Idol?
American Idol. There's a big joke, okay? And I'll tell you why. Every time I would watch it for a little bit, how irritated I would get. You sit there and you say to yourself, let's go in a flashback. Let's have Mick Jagger or Bob Dylan come out there and start singing. They'd rip him a new asshole and be throwing him out the side door. They wouldn't even make it through the audition. Because music is not always just the voice. The music is the music. What you're writing it about, the instrumentation. I mean, that's what I listen to music for, not just to hear somebody, oh, that's such a lovely voice.
Well, I agree with that, but I also think it goes further than that. Because one of the things that got me is every one of them sounds the same. Their voice sounds the same. It's got that, I don't know, it's got that sound to it. And they're not good. They just, I mean, honestly, if they don't have some type of EQ on their voice or something going on, they're horrible. I mean, if you put Freddie Mercury on there, come on, you can't. And that's one of the things that they always sang. Like they would try to do some Queen song, and I'm going, man, nobody does Freddie Mercury. Come on, you can't do Freddie Mercury. And every contestant would get on and try to sing either Freddie Mercury or Mariah Carey. Old Mariah, not new.
But again, what pisses me out is people are always trying to emulate somebody. If you're going
Well,
to
yeah,
go on
you
there,
always have to-
you want to have your own style.
Yes.
When I sang Queen back in the day, I sang Queen as me, not as trying
Right.
to be Freddie Mercury.
Right. But I got tired of that same sound over and over again, for one. For two, they couldn't sing. Without a band and without EQ and all these technical reverbs and all this stuff, they don't sound good. You just can't get there a cappella and sing and be good.
But the other half of that, the judges. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the judges they've had through the years, and I'm saying, first of all, what right do you have to judge? You can't sing worth the shit yourself. I mean, come on.
Well-
Aerosmith, come on.
Listen,
I like the band.
No,
But
no.
Steven Tyler's no vocalist.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. And why I don't
Paula
have
Abdul, she was a cheerleader for the Lakers.
Yeah.
She was no big deal.
well, her music sold millions and she made a ton of money
Yes,
off of it.
I know that, but if you're going to want. I
How
want to
about
see
Simon Cowell? He's a
He's
producer.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Record producers, people are in the industry
Yeah.
that know talent. I don't want to see somebody, but they got to have that celebrity. They got to have
but
that celebrity hand. I don't know.
You and I could be a judge. And the reason is I can't sing. You can. I can't. You just heard it. I can't sing at all. I mean, I can't carry a tune if you give me a bucket. It doesn't happen. But I know talent and I know music and I can hear it and I know when somebody's good and when they're not. So I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I think some of it is done, like Paula Abdul, as much as I love her and she was, an idol for me in a lot of her music. I really did. She was fruity. She was nuts. On that show, she was, oh, I love the outfit you're wearing. It's just stunning. And your makeup and your hair is beautiful. What? We're judging how you're singing, not what you look like. So
Again, my point I don't want to harp on that one because I can go all day on the other ones as well. I mean, it's just that style of show does nothing for me. The other one, Dancing with the Stars. Oh my God, please. That's another one
I don't like that. I don't like watch dancing, but
just to give up an hour of your life to watch. No, come on, people.
Well, what about shows like AGT? I love AGT. Do you like that?
The hell is AGT?
America's Got Talent?
Is that the one where you got all these Fruit Loops that come out and do these really
Yeah.
weird-
It's like, it reminds me, it's like, remember the Gong Show when the Gong Show was around?
Is that the guy that used to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Wasn't he originally a host?
Regis
on that?
Philbin?
Yeah.
Originally, yeah.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
it wasn't Regis Philbin. It was Jerry Springer was the original host.
No, but wasn't Regis on there
No,
at some point?
no.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. No, it was Jerry Springer was the first host, and then they brought in Mariah Carey's husband there.
Well, anyway, that show, yes, that was interesting because you would see, they would find some really interesting talent out there, but then you got these screwballs that
Yeah.
wanted their 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
Like the guy that was blowing milk out of his
Yeah,
eyeballs.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, really?
Yeah. Well, see, I love that. I mean, that's a reality show, and I like it.
But it has a comedy element to it. That's
Well, it's got an everything element to
right.
it.
It's just,
Well, when we were in Vegas, we went to see Matt Franco, and he's the winner of America's Got Talent. I mean, he's a magician, and we were debating whether we went to see him or the ventriloquist. And some of the talent that comes out of there is really good. But again, it's a reality show that I like. So
what's the matter? Wayne Newton was all booked up.
I wouldn't see Wayne Newton ever. I would never see Wayne Newton. Well, no. When I told you, and I mentioned it, it's where the 70s and 80s have gone to die. It's true.
Yeah.
All the acts that out there, and Wayne Newton is even before that, but they're all old. All those acts are old.
Well, anyway, all I'm going to say is I'm not trying to offend anybody out there. If you like it, hey, that's your thing. I'm just saying it does nothing for me.
Well, I'm trying to offend people, and I'm saying that you're wrong, and that reality TV is awesome, although not all of it is. Just like regular television.
How about these other
it's
shows?
No different.
These are the other ones I can't stand. Okay, I can't stand Judge Judy.
Oh, we're gonna fight. We're fighting.
She's just arrogant.
Yes, she is. And I watch Judge Judy, and I watch The People's Court with Judge Marilyn Milian. And those are the only two that I watch. I don't like Divorce Court. I don't like those other ones. I think Judge Joe there, I think he's a complete ass. I don't watch any of those.
Judge Wapner was okay.
Wapner was all right, yeah. But I like The People's Court. That's really straightforward, and I think that's cool. I watch Judge Judy, and I got to tell you, she is wrong. And it's not because I'm an arrogant prick, okay? She's just wrong. A lot of the stuff she does is wrong. I don't take statements. It's from a police officer. I don't take statements. What the hell? And then this cracks me up. And all right, somebody's suing for, let's say, $4,212.17. Okay? And she quibbles with them about, all right, judgment for $4,000. Well, where's my $12.17? I mean, I know I'm nitpicking here and I'm saying things, but she has no sense of the times of what's happened with technology. She's just recently started getting involved in emails and texts and things like that. But she has no idea what goes on there and when it comes to technology. And if you're going to be a judge in small claims court, you have to know some of this stuff. And people say these things all the time, and I go, well, yeah, that's how it happens. Here's a good case. There was just a DJ that was on, and the DJ got sued because they claimed that he didn't do a good enough job, that he didn't perform as what he was expected. And her old philosophy was, well, if you order the steak, you eat the steak, you have to pay for the steak. So in other words, whether the steak was good or bad, you got to pay for it because you ate it. All right? If you didn't eat it, that's a different story. So the DJ comes, it's a birthday party, he DJs, and the guy tried to stiff him on the payment. Well, he was giving a reason of why he did, because the guy apparently gave him 77 songs to play. We've been down this road before.
Oh,
okay?
Yes, have we ever.
So this birthday party, the birthday party guy gave him 77 songs to play. And people kept coming up, asking for him song requests. And the guy claims that he played them. But he said his defense was, I had so many requests, I couldn't get to them all because there were too many. And I'm a professional. I know what to play and when to play it. I couldn't play it when exactly they said to.
Amen, brother.
Judge Judy wasn't getting any of that. She wasn't buying it. And I'm going, but this is how it happens. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. If you hire a DJ and he's a professional, that's why you hire him. Let him do his job. He knows what he's doing. Or you would hope he knows or she knows what they're doing. But she's in her own little world and doesn't see any of this stuff. So I watch Judge Judy more times than not because she's wrong. And I get a kick out of watching her and yelling at her. I yell at her all the time because she's wrong. And
the most offensive thing about that show is the way she takes table doilies and puts them on her robe. What is with that? My mother has tons of those in the house. I should mail them to her.
Well, that's old school judge. That's what an old school judge. That's what they used to do. The females. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not wearing anything underneath her. Did you know that?
Gee, that did a lot for me.
All right. So there's different kinds of reality television. I
was never a fan of Cops. I hated that show.
Oh, I like Cops. Cops is, by the way, they're still making new ones. They're on Spike Television, and they're all brand new episodes. And they're also making Campus PD, which is a spinoff from technically Cops. The same people make it, and they go to college campuses where everyone involved is college age kids, and I get a kick out of that one.
And I ever so hated the one Steven Seagal was in, where he was driving around with the.
I don't remember that one.
He did some reality TV show with cops or something. He was
Well, some of them are really stupid. I mean,
off the wall.
They require no intelligence whatsoever. I mean, listen, there's a limit. I mean, I like to veg out and watch something, but it's got to have some entertainment and some intellectual content of some kind to it. But I don't know. As soon as I say reality television,
because the majority of it is shit. That's what I'm saying. There's some exceptions to it, in my opinion. Again, that's my opinion. But it's I'm not gonna. If I had a choice to watch the new Star Trek or I'm gonna watch Survivor, it's a clear pick which I'm gonna do.
I know who you would. I don't know.
If I'm gonna give up an hour or 45 minutes to be entertained, it's got to be something a little bit more than reality television.
Okay.
Just the way it is.
It's the way it is.
Just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
That is the way it is.
The new segment of the show is That's the Way It Is.
That is the way it is.
Okay, so we got a couple of commercials to play. We'll be right back after I get some butter for my toast.
Log of the Starship Enterprise, stardate 5943.7.
Captain Kirk, this is Lieutenant Uhura. Mr. Spock is ready to patch in. Go ahead, Mr. Spock.
I'm on the surface of the destroyed barbarian planet now, Captain.
Destroyed? What do you see, Mr. Spock?
The surviving inhabitants are in a dreadful condition. It seems they can't control their limbs, and their minds are dull and useless. Fascinating. They seem to be in a state identical to that curious 20th century Earth disease called hard drug abuse. I suspect it has destroyed all meaningful life on this wretched planet.
A tragic find, Mr. Spock.
As a Vulcan, I find the need for hard drugs to be totally illogical.
But as a half-human Spock, surely you can appreciate the suffering that hard drug abuse causes. We can only hope that other civilizations will not make the same mistake.
All right, Sonny, got a dirty joke for us?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Really?
Yeah. Remember we were talking about how we DJ'd a nudist colony?
Yes.
Remember that experience?
I remember that experience, yes.
Okay, so you'll appreciate this joke.
Okay.
This young couple is at a nudist camp, and they're holding hands. And the gentleman looks at the lady, and he says, I love you. And she looks down, and he says, can I ask you a question? She says, what's that? And she goes, how come every time I say I love you, you look down? And she replies, because I want to see if you're lying. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Well, here I'll do it myself.
Okay. Wait. Your face is all red. Your face is. Are you up in a coronary over there? Your face is literally
stupid.
Oh, brother.
Interested in your very own shout-out? Let us know at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought, on Twitter at TalkFOT, or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. And you could be rewarded for listening.
All right, Sonny, reward me for listening. Who are we sending shout-outs to today?
First shout-out goes to my friends over at CIA Auto Repair here in Ware, and to my good friend JP at JP's Main Street Tire and Auto of Palmer.
You have friends?
Besides you?
I thought I was your only friend. I'm disappointed now. I can't go on. I'm done. That's it. I'm leaving. All right. I have a very special, very, very, very special true or false headlines for you.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Yes, true or false headlines.
All right. So, I only have two for you today. And I only have two for you today because I want you to really focus, really concentrate.
Okay.
And I want you to get this right.
Okay.
So there's two for you today.
All right.
True or false?
False.
I didn't ask it yet.
Oh, okay.
True or false? Fisherman's catch lands him in jail. True or false?
True.
That is correct. You are true. Well, I mean, that is true.
I am true.
You are true. That is true. Okay, so what happens is Thomas Breeding, 32, is facing charges on February 16th in the U.S. District Court in Florida. His indictment and guilty plea last fall didn't make the news, but recently he sent a letter to the Washington County Jail, which published excerpts from the letter. In it, he writes that he was the captain of a long-line commercial fishing boat in the Gulf of Mexico early last year when he hauled in 20 kilograms of cocaine. The drugs had an estimated street value of $500,000. Quote, I do not know where the drugs came from and haven't ever been involved in the drug trade before, end quote. He wrote in this article, I was just a hard-working person. I was a hard-working commercial fisherman. However, rather than notifying authorities, he split the cocaine amongst 4 other people, and they are his co-defendants, and they decided they were going to start selling the drug. He was indicted in September after authorities connected him with the drug distribution network. Breeding has prior convictions of possession of marijuana, credit card fraud, and he was arrested with a Glock 45 caliber pistol. He didn't fight the charges, and he pled guilty in November to a weapons charge in conspiracy to contribute a controlled substance. Court's documents show no promise of leniency in exchange for this plea. He faces a maximum life imprisonment of $4.2 million fine as well. He says, this changed my life and my way of thinking, and he just wants to tell everyone out there about the dangers of fishing.
Wow.
So the next one, true or false? Kielbasa sets house on fire. True or false?
False.
Oh, Sonny, you were doing so well. Oh, it's true.
How can a kielbasa light a house on fire?
This is from Springfield, Mass. An unattended cooking caused a fire that left $15,000 in damages at a Humpert Street duplex Wednesday. No injuries were reported in the blaze in the right-hand unit at 35 Humpert Street. The fire department reported shortly after 12:10 a.m., said Dennis Leager, aide to the commissioner Joseph Conant. Leager said the blaze started when an occupant intending to cook kielbasa turned on the wrong burner and inadvertently ignited a pan of cooking oil. The blaze damaged his side of the house, and estimates to the repairs are still pending.
See, the kielbasa had nothing to do with it.
Listen, it's the headline.
No.
It's the headline.
It's a stupid headline.
I don't care. It's the headlines. That's why it's called True or False Headlines.
I'm right. You're wrong.
You're wrong. No, you're wrong. I just want to know. No, I want to know. I want to know what he was doing with a pot of cooking oil. He turned on the wrong burner, and the other one just had a pot of cooking oil sitting in it.
Maybe he was going to make French fries with his
kielbasa.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I've said this once, twice, maybe a half a dozen times. If you and I could harness stupidity into a form of energy, we'd be trillionaires overnight, and we'd never, ever
have to worry about anything ever again?
No, because there would be a never-ending exhaust.
A supply?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's time to dig deep. That only means one thing. It's time for questions from my sack.
All right. Digging deep into my sack, and I've come up with 3 questions for us. First one is, if a kid refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
You thought my dirty joke was bad?
Hey, I just reading what comes in. Okay, a bunch of cats.
This has got to be from the same that
the
one
same,
listener
one
out
person
there.
keeps sending them in over and over again. A bunch of cats jump on top of each other. Is it still called a dog pile?
Yes.
Okay. What about a pig pile?
Yeah, that too.
That too. Are you sure?
No.
Okay. And the last one is, okay.
I love your sound effects.
Can you, well, it's because that's where it's written. It's on a piece of paper in my sack. I have to dig it out.
Why don't you lick your fingers first?
All right. The question is, can you daydream in the evening?
Nope.
All right. That being said, we're going to move right along.
Sonny's pet peeve
Of the week.
I have a couple of pet peeves.
No, you're only entitled to one.
Oh, come on.
Fine.
I hate people who invade my personal space.
Your bubble, your personal bubble.
You know, you're in a store and they come up to talk to you. Why do some people have to lean right into you? Just get right into your face. Why?
Well, are they cute? Or?
It doesn't matter. It's very, I don't know, just uncomfortable.
They want to be close to you. I don't know.
It doesn't bother you?
I don't think I've ever had that many people get that close to me.
Why? Don't you shower?
No, never. No. I don't use deodorant either.
And another pet peeve I have is when bank tellers hand me my money and the bills aren't going all in the right direction.
Now that's a pet peeve for me.
But seriously,
it's not just bank tellers.
Yeah, but a bank teller of all people.
Of all people you think would know.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so...
No, and this is all the people that I train in all the businesses I've had, I will tell them that they will get written up or fired, and this may be too much, but I tell them this so they know up front. All the bills have to be facing up. They don't necessarily have to be in the right direction, but all your bills have to be facing up. And the reason we do this is why? Because it's easier to spot bills that aren't the same if they're all in the same direction. Right. So you can tell if you're giving somebody a 20 instead of a 10 or whatever. It's much easier to spot an error. And I've been vigilant in that in everything. In fact, that was one of my pet peeves at Cinemagic and left and right. Everybody, when they were on my shift, they did it. In fact, one of them even put them all the right way, which I don't insist upon, facing the same direction. But I agree with you. Bank tellers of all people.
Years and years ago, I remember being a cashier. That was mandatory.
Yeah.
You had to have all your bills go in the same direction, and your money kept neat. But, again, a bank teller of all people.
Yeah, you would think.
Come on.
No, no pride in your work these days.
No pride in America, period.
No pride in America. We're prideless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to this episode. Tune us in next Friday. I'm reminding everyone to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. Tweet us at TalkFOT or drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com. Remember, everyone, be a fountain,
not a drain.